It's Friday. You know what that means, Michael. It's time for Jimmy to yell at everybody. Hey, it's 9 o'clock. When are we going live? What are we doing? Here we go. What are we doing? It's selling Microsoft Teams Rooms, another morning edition for me, Michael.
Wake up. Time to party with the Teams Rooms and the selling. Let's go.
Absolutely. Make sure to comment. Tell us that you're here. Tell us where you're from. Tell us where you're viewing from. But even more important, Michael, I'll be in Chicago in November. Will you be here?
I will be in Chicago in November. So we got to do a little meetup or something.
It's important to understand. I have heard that there are limited tickets available. We are so early. We did make it to the end of the week, and I haven't heard that it's sold out. But I know that there are limited tickets available. At least register for the virtual side. But if you do intend on going, make sure you let us know and hang out with all your favorite people here in Microsoft Teams Rooms. We will all be there, and we'll be doing sessions as we get sessions in here. We'll post what sessions are that we recommend that you view and everything else. But in Chicago in November, nothing more beautiful than Chicago in November, Michael.
Except Chicago in February.
Absolutely. Now, this was an important topic. I know it's not Teams Rooms related, but Amazon is now dictating that everybody needs to go back to work 5 days a week. And this is interesting, Michael, because do you think that Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, consulted his organization's facilities manager or the conference room manager before he made this announcement?
I mean, there's a lot going on. If this all came pre-COVID, now post-COVID, can your firewall handle the traffic, even if it's to Amazon's cloud? Your office is not in the same building as the data center, so can you handle the firewalls? Are the proxies configured correctly? Is QoS set up? Do you have PoE switches for your new hardware? All these things need to be, the plumbing needs to be there before you can really exploit a back to the office situation.
But I think more importantly, Michael, and this has to do with Teams Rooms, I think more importantly, I know that I don't work the same way that I did 3 years ago. I am going to be ordered to go back to the office. Am I going to sit at my desk and am I going to have meetings, Teams meetings? Am I just going to do that from my desk? No, I'm probably going to go to shared spaces. What does this mean? Well, we've all been talking about that one room all the time. But what about the other 9 rooms that don't have Teams meeting devices or meeting devices at all inside of them, or even a display inside of them? Now you as a conference room manager have to say, all right, I'm going to get this influx of people. They're going to be looking for meeting spaces. Do I have the data and do I understand exactly what's going on? I may not. So as partners are going out to customers and they're talking about this, let's talk about the other 9 rooms because, again, leadership is not going to consult you. They're just going to say, go 100% back to the office. So this was an important one. It sort of hit me where it hurts.
I'm wondering if the chair that was broken in that conference room 4 years ago, did anybody ever fix that chair?
I know. It's all of that, but it comes out. Our friend Daryl put up a blog post about remote access in the Teams Room Pro Management Portal. You and I were talking before the show. This is one of the great advancements that we have because there's so many opportunities for it.
Yeah, for mine, having done all this documentation and training materials at Microsoft, just being able to do a nice screenshot of the control panel for internal documentation, internal training, just for that. And then even me here, I'm actually touching my panel. I use the remote control because I don't want to deal with a tiny keyboard to sign in and then navigate, connect the keyboard and mouse to navigate Windows to do an update or whatever. I love it.
100%. And I agree with Simon, who said 100% the office is a magnet, not a mandate. So 100%. But go look at this demo from our friend Daryl. Again, remote access is something that I don't know that a lot of customers have jumped on yet, but I think that once they're exposed to it, they're going to understand the power of it. Now, Michael, as a partner, we should be making sure that all of our abilities are updated in Partner Center. Coming in January, partners will be able to actually benefit from making sure that everything is up to date and they have advanced everything they need to offer, including Teams Room Pro licenses.
Yep, and talking with partners over on my side, there's a lot still to be learned about AI and how it applies and how it works. So anything that Microsoft can do to help is a great thing.
Absolutely. Go and learn at Partner Center. Speaking of learning, aka.ms/Teams Room Learning Path. This has all of our boot camps, all of our learnings for Teams Rooms. If you want to go to Teams Phones and you want to learn about Copilot, all of that is there at the Converge Communications Learning Path. But Michael, if you want to go get your badge, let's give another question for the badge. Now, why is it important for IT administrators to prepare their Teams Room Android devices and the environment for migration to AOSP? Is it to ensure compatibility with future hardware, to comply with new security policies, to transition from Android device administrator AOSP, AOSP or to enable Teams features exclusive to AOSP devices.
I'm going to use my llama bandaged finger and point to C. Transition from Android Device Manager to Administrator to
Maryland's
AOSP.
favorite guest. When you don't know, choose C. That is what she says, but it is the transition from Android Device Administrator to AOSP. Now, myself, Michelle, and Matt Slomka will be doing AOSP, a full lesson on AOSP October 1st on the learning hours. We'll get into that a little bit later. But once you do pass, again, 100 questions, 50 questions are pulled at random. A passing grade is 80%. You will get your badge posted on LinkedIn. Let everybody know that you're part of the cool club, like Michael, myself, and Michelle. Now, Michael, there was a little bit of an announcement this week. We have to meet our selling Microsoft Teams quota and mention Copilot. The next phase of Copilot was introduced. There are a lot of videos. I have not gotten through everything yet, but there's 100%, a lot of things that even partners can benefit from. Agents in Copilot now, Michael.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that thing, I ran to my Copilot thing. I'm ready to go, and it's not quite there yet. I'm sure I'll get it. I'm sure I'll get it shortly. But yeah, the agents thing is something that is, I think, really game changer. So that best to understand it, you can have a little guy out in the background just kind of doing things on your behalf, and then you somehow get the information, and it's going to be great.
I think there's a great opportunity for partners to do things around Teams rooms with these agents in adoption and training and customer satisfaction. All of that is something that I think is there. Also, I want to point out the Copilot pages for IT admins. This is a blog post that actually explains pages. And again, we know there's some loop component to this. There's a whole bunch of things, but conditional access can block users. We want to make sure that they get it. Custodial data, all the data points of SharePoint and the .loop file can be found inside of that blog post. So it's important for admins to understand exactly where to go on. Everything and more can be found in this blog post of Copilot Wave 2, including Python, Excel, agents, and so much more. This was a great announcement, and I'm really, really excited for it. But it leads up to what we have next, Michael. Our
Everybody's
AI
favorite part
prompt of the week.
Anytime I can see Michelle, it's a good day.
Absolutely. Michelle, go ahead and roll that tape.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Welcome to a new episode of Copilot Prompt of the Week. Hopefully you saw the Wave 2 announcements for Copilot in the last week. But did you know that Copilot and Excel can now reason over text? Something like, for example, a raw data set of customer feedback. Let me show you. Copilot analyzes all the customer feedback from the past quarter and then services the top 3 concerns by using just a simple prompt. And it looks like in this case, charging speed might be an issue for this customer. So let's ask Copilot to highlight customer reviews that mention charging speed. And now, with the help of Copilot, you've taken a complex, detailed data set, quickly analyzed it, giving you a set of insights that you can bring to your next meeting on customer satisfaction. That's the Copilot Prompt of the Week. I hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to seeing you on the next one. Peace.
Jimmy, when you do the boot camps, there's the Q&A and all the feedback and all these feedback things, and there was never a great way to get the true data out of there. This is going to be awesome.
It's quick. It's easy. Like you said, you can do forms. They now populate to Excel. You can have Copilot reason over that data, no matter how many responses you get to, and you'll get an accurate impression of exactly what's there without taking the hours and hours and hours to read every single thing.
You find
so
a
it's
word
great.
cloud, but doesn't really give you. It just gives you words.
Absolutely
great.
So that and more, every AI prompt of the week can be found on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/TeamsRoom Tech Talk. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe while you're over there. Now, there's a couple things on the roadmap, Michael, that we have to point out to everybody. This first one, custom name for Teams panels. This one's important.
Yeah, because there's always the IT standard of what the name of an object needs to be. The name of the object can be something horrible. 376435579 at blah, 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 blah. Nobody knows what that is. Wouldn't it be great to be called like the Awesome Conference Room? That's not an IT approved name, but that's what everybody calls it. So now you can use that common name on the Teams panel instead of the IT object descriptor name that was there by default.
Absolutely. Great advancements to Teams panels. Now, this one is also out there. The Microsoft Teams new policy for voice and face enrollment will be defaulting to on, but there is action required. Now, this is inside of Message Center. I want to make sure everybody on Teams Room side understands that there is action required. Make sure your customers understand that they should go read this Message Center announcement and make sure that they're prepared for this defaulting to on, make sure that they're in compliance, and everything that's needed to be done can be found inside of that. Also, Michael, speaking of face and voice enrollment, management, there is a change in the export side. Want to point it out, want to make sure that people understand it. Since this is a 10-minute show, we don't have time to go into everything, but want to make sure that everybody understands there is an export button there.
Where you going, Jimmy?
I am going first. I am going to do the Teams Room Learning Hours, AOSP, October 1st, 10 o'clock, the first Tuesday of every month. Make sure to sign up for this. If you sign up for the October one, you will automatically get the invite for November and December and so on and so forth. We're going to be doing this on AOSP. This is an important time period for your Android device management, making sure that you understand everything. Myself, Matt Slomka, and Michelle will all be there taking questions and presenting a whole bunch of information to everybody about it. Also, next week, Michael, I will be in New York City. Where am I going? I will be in New York City for Logitech, Microsoft, and Steelcase event. It's in the evening. If you are around the New York City area, if you're a Microsoft customer, if you're a Microsoft employee, if you're a partner, whoever you are, show up and make sure to come and join us September 25th at the Steelcase location in New York City, right off of Columbus Circle. Michael, this and everything can be found at smtr.show every single week. If you miss it, make sure to go get the links. Again, we reference back to that a lot. With that, it is time to start the weekend, Michael.
Yes, it is. Well, I started it last night because Thursday's the new Friday.
Thursday is the new Friday. I don't know if that's the same as local summer down here at the beach, but whatever your libations are, go ahead and experience them this weekend. I hope everybody out there enjoys everything that we do. If you do, make sure to share it with your friends. Have a great weekend, Michael. Have a great weekend, Michelle. Have a great weekend, everybody out there. And thank you again for supporting us on everything that we do. Michelle, go ahead and roll us out of here.
Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. You make it all worthwhile. You